Hello again, Space Mountaineer 91 with another movie review for you. This time we're reviewing The Grey. The Grey, according to IMDb, is: in Alaska, an oil drilling team struggle to survive after a plane crash strands them in the wild. Hunting the humans are a pack of wolves who see them as intruders. Okay, basically what I told you there is a lie. While most of that is still there, that is not the main focus of the film. Yes, there are wolves, and yes, they hunt them, and yes, they pick off characters, but the main focus of the film is not man versus wolf. It's man versus wild and trying to overcome it, and sometimes being accepting of death and saying, I'm going to die. That is what the film is about. That is not, do not watch the trailers, because the trailers, one, they lie to you in what this is about. Two, they spoil the crap out of it. And while this review will contain spoilers, I will at least put a spoiler section at the bottom so you will know about, my thoughts during the spoiler section. But like that trailer is great, but for a different film, not this one. I did enjoy this film very much so. I felt like it was really well done, and unfortunately everyone in my audience that I heard hated it. They, like, as soon as the film ended, and it does end as not a very good ending for some. I thought it was a great ending, but we'll get into that a little later in the spoilers. My people in my audience were like, well, that sucked. That was terrible. God, that sucked, man. They were laughing at it. They didn't fully understand it. Once again, I'll go into some spoilers, but let's start with the good. Well, let's start out with how this film starts. The film starts out with Liam Neeson, him basically reminiscing, telling the audience essentially what type of a place he works at. He works at this oil place in Alaska. It's not really, you're there for 3 minutes and then you're leaving. He goes into a bar. You basically see your future actors in the film, and he has a couple drinks and goes outside. It's then revealed to the audience that he's there working because his wife left him, and he basically goes outside and puts a gun in his mouth. He's about to shoot himself, but he doesn't, and then he decides to go home, I guess. Well, they get on a plane. I'm not sure. I think they're going to Anchorage, but they get on a plane, and on this plane they crash. And this crash scene, oh my gosh! I don't think I've ever seen that good, of a crash scene. Everybody's seen the one from Castaway, and this one makes that one in Castaway look safe. This one, the plane's flipping over, the roof is torn off, you can see, the world from upside down. It's all from Liam Neeson's point of view, and there's some great shots in there. From his point of view, it's like he's looking at this flyer in the seat in front of him, keep those flyers, and you're thinking to yourself, if this was you, you're like, is this the last thing I'm gonna see? Is this person smiling looking at me? I was just like, wow, no one's ever done that. I thought that was really quite ingenious. And he keeps, whenever Liam Neeson is asleep, he keeps having dreams of him being happy with his wife, and there's some insane moments where he wakes up after the plane crash, and something pulls him away from his wife, and then he wakes up in the snow. I'd never seen anything like that. That was cool. Whoever decided to do that, please give them a medal. So after the plane crash, there are 7 people left alive, and they're all like, oh my god, we survived! And it soon becomes a moment of, yay, we survived, to, oh shit, being hunted. by wolves, like by crazy, ravenous wolves.
What was that? What the hell was that? See that?
Don't move. Stare right back at him. Nobody's gonna find us. If we don't move, we're all fucked.
It's revealed that basically they are in their territory, and wolves don't like that. So what follows is a man versus wilderness adventure, not really adventure, but survival flick, that is about, being in the wild as opposed to being chased by wolves. High points of the film include the crash sequence. I thought the first wolf attack was really grisly. There's not a lot of gore, but there is a lot of blood. A lot of the bloody moments, they go, oh yeah, this is bloody over here, but this is where the main action is. So you get the idea, but we don't have to linger on it. And I thought that was really well done. A lot of films are like, look at the gore, look at it, like that. It's like, thanks, you just wasted my time. There was a really touching moment that nearly made me cry. I know, heart of stone, seriously. That was about this guy who was dying, and Liam Neeson basically came over and tried to comfort him. And the way he did it, it just felt so sincere. Every single character in this film that survives feels like a real person. And I give the screenwriters extreme credit to this. They flesh out those characters to where they don't feel like people waiting in line to be killed off. You generally like every single one of them. Even if you don't like them, you still like them to a certain extent. And I felt like that was an accomplishment. I care about these characters. I don't want them to die. They're not fodder. So that was really well. Okay, so now I'm going to get into spoilers and into a little bit of the ending. Okay. Only watch this if you've seen the film. For me, the ending was fantastic. And if you don't know, or if you already know, the ending is basically that scene in the film where Liam Neeson finds the den. He finds the den of the wolves that they've been trying to get away from. That's what they suspected. It's like, oh, there's probably a den nearby. We need to go away from it. Well, at the very end, he finds it, and he goes, oh, so there's like 4 wolves on either side of him, and then the alpha comes out. And the alpha, he's ready to go, but apparently he waits for Liam Neeson to get ready. And he gets some cocktail bottles and smashes them, and he gets his knife and tapes it to his hand, and he's ready to go. And then he basically remembers this poem his dad wrote about, this may be the last battle I fight. I'm either going to live or die today. And he accepts his fate. And then when he gets up to fight, the movie cuts to credits. I thought that was extremely effective. It's not about the fight. We know how it's going to go down. Even if he kills the alpha, those 8 wolves are going to take him down. We know he's going to die. It doesn't matter. We don't have to see that. It's all about that moment of realizing that he is going to die and accepts his fate. If, this was done again earlier in the film when the other guy, he hurt his leg and he said, I'm just going to stay here. I can't go anymore, guys. Leave me here to die. And when they leave, when they leave, the camera stays on him for nearly 30-45 seconds of just him sitting and looking at this view until he says, I'm not scared. And when he says that, it means he has accepted his death. He's accepted his fate. It's not about the moment of action. It's about the gravitas of what has happened in the scene. What has transpired. And that's what my audience could not get. And I feel like that's a huge shame. I really was taken aback by that. I really love that it's not just mindless. It has a point and it has meaning. It has purpose. Even though they don't get out, they find there is a character arc in this. You know, it's not just, well, they all died. No, it's them accepting their fate in this horrible moment. In spoilers. So I really thought that was quite powerful, and I mean, I hope you find that too. Overall, I mean, this film was amazing. It is a 9.5 out of 10. If I had to criticize it, it would be the CG in the film. Well, pretty good. It just needed some work. I mean, the wolves at times, and then I noticed some fire effects that were like, and then just that. The sound design was absolutely top notch. It really freaked me out at times, especially that scene they show in the trailer of, you know, all the eyes. When you see that on a huge screen with all that audio around you, it is really creepy. I mean, this is more than Paranormal Activity creepy. As for faults, I gotta say, it kind of slows down in the middle, but if you can get over that hump, it goes back to being good. So yeah, that's my only real issues with it. So this is very high. This was a shocker to me. That, you know, January is usually the dump month, and there's only really been one movie I've seen this year, so this and one other one, and it is just blown me away. So that's the end of this review. If you liked it, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing more reviews. I got Blu-rays coming in March. Yes, I'm sorry, but things are expensive, and in your college, things are also expensive. So 2 Blu-rays coming in March. I got more movie reviews coming that I'm going to do. I got more student films I'm making. So please subscribe if you like it. Like, comment. You don't have to favorite, because when I favorite a video, it's either I really like it or not. So you don't have to favorite. Just like and comment. So thank you for viewing this, guys, and I'll see you at the next one.